back. So let's start a new prediction for next week for the new year. And so far, it was a wonderful year for me. I hope it was a good year for you. So let's hope my next prediction will be accurate. So let's open the charts. So again, we start with the SPY. This is the S&P ETF. It's a 4-hour chart. What we see? We see a market which was in a big uptrend from the start of October. You can see the uptrend, correction, profit taking, rangy, and big push up to the end of the year. And then we see a rejection and opening on Friday down. What does it mean? For me at the moment, doesn't mean anything because you see the big block to the downside in the stochastic. This is the momentum indicator I use. I also recommend that for you to use this for beginners. I use something else, but with the stochastic, it's very easy to see. So, which means that even if we're gonna see another red candle, it will push stochastic below, and then we will have a divergence because this is a low, this will be a lower low, and this one is low, and this will be higher low. This is a divergence. So a good opportunity to start building position and probably to move to the upside. But do we have the exact time to enter? Not yet, because it hasn't finished building up. So it can be something like this, and it could take a couple of candles, and then you're gonna see some candle doji or something like this, or big volume coming up, and then it will be a nice. And also the tip I gave you and I'll continue to give you is the power couple is momentum and divergence to long, and then a reversal. This is the most powerful, and probably you won't lose if you find those in any stocks, which means that this is a divergence to the upside, and then the stock will move up a little bit, move down a little bit, and create a divergence for reversal. So a long continuation with reversal will push the stock much higher. Definitely will break the 480. But do we have it yet? No. So what we just gonna see, we will gonna see just a divergence to the upside. And divergence to the upside can be both. It can be just break, like can just do the basic um, lightning or up, down, and up, or and I hope so, it will do something like we did here with the blue reversal and then pushing up, checking out all the buyers, building more stocks and more volume, and then push up. So you could see something like this here. Let me see this is one. This is moving up, basically here, moving down. So we got the divergence. Then stocks move up, move down, and this is the power. So just need a good entry. It could be here. See, this is a good entry. So you could just use the price section with candle. So you could enter here with a stop loss below and build up position. And you see what happened. It got rejected. It didn't break. And it took several days, a week to break it. So my prediction of the S&P for next week, the opening will be down, probably to the 172 area. You want to be more exact. Yeah, it can bounce from the 171, 170, 90, 171, 90. This is a very fluid area with a lots of buyers waiting. Let's see here. It spike, 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 spike up, try to break, failed, try to break, fail. So this is a good area to build position, 171, 172. It's probably coming here and then do some reversal to the upside. So Monday moving down, and Tuesday starting to move up to the mid of January. So this is for the SPY, a good area, a good confirmation, the 460s. This is a good confirmation zone. You see the 50, I don't know if you can see it. This is the 50 from this low. This was my target, 480, 479. It almost reached it. So the key zone for the bounce is 466.50, someplace here. The Fibonacci levels, and the 50 is 452, 453, 452 area. You see how it bounces and reacts. So if you wanna wait for a swing trade, wait for it to touch the 466, it can do so. It really can do so. It can do something like this to the 472, build a divergence, and then push down for reversal, and from the 466 to push up. Because there will be a lot of buyers in this. And also it will push the 200 to this one. So lots of confirmation coming together. It's a good opportunity. So this is with the S&P. Let's follow the QQQs. So with the QQQs, what we see basically a little bit the same, although the Qs is, let's say the SPY is lagging to the QQQs. You see already that it created a nice divergence. It's now on divergence, so it means that on Monday it can open up here, moving down, moving up, and going with this phase to the upside. This is one scenario. The buy zone for reversal is approximately, let me check. A good buy zone is 393, 392. So what it could do, it can reach here, spike it down and close above. If it close above and spike below and close above, which means lots of buy came in and push it up, it can move to the upside with a nice reversal. And it could do the same. It can do something like this, and which means it push up, push down, and bounce from the 390. But at the moment, if it break the 390, the 390 as a round number could be a nice support for a second bounce, and much powerful one. If it fails to hold the 390, next key target is the 380. 382, something like this, 384, 382, this area. Although the Qs already has not, I don't think it has a single gap to fill. Maybe here a little bit, small gap, but it's 2 months old. So it filled the gap here, it filled the gap here. There is no gap to be filled. So basically it's open for both direction. But at the moment, it seems that the long continuation is not overdue. It will continue. Will it break the high 4.849? Don't know yet. We need to see how the buyers react to this zone. We want to see the volume coming to the market. See what happened here. This is accumulation. You see the when the stock is going down, the volume is going down. And then when the stock is up, the volume is going down. And from here, the buyers came. And this is a profit taking, profit taking, profit taking, profit taking, profit taking. Sizing up again. It's small. They don't want to push the stock too much. So they just give indication of a continuation. And then we see the volume is coming up. And this is, they basically get rid of the stock. And now they need to rebuild position. So you see what happened. This is a big zone. This is a big zone of which there is a lot of buying and selling. And all the sellers, the price goes up, will be disappointed. All the buyers, the price goes down. So you can profit from those two zones. You can profit if the market is going again to the 360 and then bouncing up, or just going up. All the sellers, all the short sellers here. So I don't think that the Qs and the SPY want to continue staying in this zone for another week or so. Probably will push higher, hopefully to break the 410. And if not, probably creating a nice bull flag to the upside again. You can see the Fibonacci level 395. This is the 70, the 60, 386. So almost the same as my support and resistance level. So a little bit anticipating what's gonna do, moving up and then probably higher. If it move higher, we will need to see a nice candle closing above. If it will close right below, even though we can do reversal, we can continue for its next stop, 390. So at the moment, this market is still for day traders, not for swing or investment. Investors want to wait for a good, a big correction like to the 380 to starting to build position for the longer term. So this is with the Q. Let's continue with Tesla. I did great with Tesla after a big loss I took. And see again what's happened. This is the trend. The trend is down. This is a short continuation. And the buyers came from the 900. Do I think that Tesla won a retest? I think yes. Tesla won to retest the 900 and even the 850. I think Tesla want to be in those zone and from there to build a nice momentum to the upside. At the moment, there is no divergence. You can see it didn't touch. So just need another red candle, which probably retest because this is a break of the 1000. Usually retest and see how it reacts to the 1013 and 10 area, and then see if it can bounce and break the trend. We are in a down thread, guys, so careful. Even though this one broke the higher lows, we need a confirmation. We needed to make a new low and then break high. So we are still in a range zone. This is the range zone, something like this. So in order for continuation to the long side, we needed to break. So just trade it. Let's check the algos, what it says. Yeah, we are still in, the buyers came in the 1055 area and try to finish with an upside at the 1063 area, but it's just a reversal. The sellers are still strong. Probably will push to the 1040 area here, and then they will try to rebuild position. This is a big, nice momentum telling all the buyers, we are here, we want to push the stock higher. This is just profit taking. If we take, you know what, let's try to take the Fibonacci level from here. You can see probably where is the 50? Yeah, the 50 is in the 1000. Let's just clear all this drawing. High. This is the high. Yeah. Yeah, 1002. It probably will fall to the 40 if it closes below, and you see red candle below the 1040, it will push to the 10 again, and from the 10 it will push higher. If it couldn't support it, so the move that can be with the stochastic, we see the volume decreasing. People not like to sell. They are just selling, buying, selling, buying, selling, buying with small move, no big volume. So probably something like this, and then moving up and creating something like this. And when you see it, you will see probably some doji and a big volume candle where the buyers are in. Hopefully, it will bounce from the 10,000 again. Remember, this is a big move to the upside. This is a big move to the upside, and the big sellers are waiting to short the stock. So in order for the buyers to be with a big volume, with a big position, they need to build their position in order to push and break the sellers. So in order to do so, they need to take some profit. It's okay. And will they move straight up? I don't think so. They will try to give something like this to put the sellers to take more position and then move them out with a short squeeze to the upside. So this is it with Tesla. So what will be next week? Monday, I think all the market will push, will open downside, and then do some reversal. Probably on Tuesday, inside day. Wednesday, Thursday, try to do a break and rebuild position for a nice reversal for the next week. So this is with Tesla. Let's continue with mRNA. mRNA, as you can see here, is in a range. This is a big range, basically moved by rumors and headlines with the Omicron and the coronavirus and the effect. You see the nice rejection from the 235 again to 35. So what can be next week? We still don't have a divergence to the downside because if it was something like this, and this will push up, this is still in a downtrend, so continuation. And then probably break and to the downside and long continuation. So this one is a possibility. What I think MRNA is trying to do, MRNA trying to reach to the 260, 260, 70 to 61, where it is. Yes, this area. Remember, I didn't draw the lines like you saw with Tesla, too many lines. 260, this is the area. It probably will reach there. From there, it will put a reversal to the downside, and the reversal could reach even to the 240, 240, something like this. So this is the range. And if it reached to the 261, the next target, if it can hold the 240, is to reach to the 275. And from the 275, it will make another reversal, and then will make a big move to the upside. So the upside after 275 is the 316, this area. So basically, let's close. Small move up, move down, move to the 275 area, reversal, and then big up and profit taking to bounce something like this from the 200. In order, because if it will just do a big move, it can do a big move to the upside, will immediately create a divergence of short continuation. So something like, if it's made something like this, it will make short continuation, and with short continuation, it will test the 235s, because you see buyers want to buy from this area. Buyers came here, but not enough. So this one also possible. Another one is that just give the buyers confirmation. Guys, enter. It's okay. It's okay. We are the big investor. We hold the line. We don't let it fall. We move it up, push it from the 240 again. Please re-enter, and then we will push the stock higher. And if this is trend, you could see how it's aligned with 200 EMA. It wants to break it up, and then push higher. So this is with MRNA. What does it mean for all of this prediction? For day traders, nothing, because day traders trade inside the day, like me. I'm trading even the 15 seconds candle, but I just look for the big pattern. So if I know that for the first hour, let's say MRNA will push higher, and assuming I'm correct, so I will move to the, let's say, the 5 seconds, and assuming I'm seeing another push to the 260, I will trade it. I will look for a good candle. As you can see here already, this is a long continuation, move up. Let's hope it move down, making a reversal, which means move up, moving down again, bring the buyers, and then push up. This is much stronger than just moving up. It do, and I can scalp it. And you can see how the big volume at the end of this session on Friday, which means the buyers are saying, we know that the stock will push higher. We know. So probably we'll do something like this to bring all the buyers, and in order, so all the buyers on Monday will probably buy, push the stock, and then they will push lower to buy more stop losses, and then push higher. to take another stop losses and then have the momentum to break higher. So this is how you can day trade it. Let's go. This is 60 minute. Let's see what we see here. We see a break of a pattern. This is the break of the pattern because this is a lower high, lower high, lower high, lower high, and this is higher high. This is the first break. Doesn't mean that because you see this is a continuation. This is a lower low, but this is the first break. And then this is a lower low. This is a lower high, and this is higher low. This is higher high, which means the trend is over. The downtrend is over, and it rests. So this is the reason why people wait for it. So probably will push here, make a divergence, and then push higher. So this is with MRNA. So let's continue with BA. I draw, let me clear what I draw there. Okay. With BA, we see at the stocks going with the range. This was a gap, and here was a gap. So it closed the gap higher. So now it's in a range. In a range, but in the longer term, we are in a downtrend. So BA is still in a downtrend. You can also see it very clearly. It's below the 200 EMA. Try to break, fail is okay because this is the first attempt, but it also means there are buyers here. You can see the volume, which is above the average here. So what can happen? Very difficult because we don't, in the 4-hour chart, which is the longer term for the, let's say, swing trader, we still don't have a confirmation of a trend change. Don't have the higher high, lower highs confirmation. And what we see currently is that is building again a bullish divergence, a long continuation, but it didn't finish, it didn't cross. We don't see any candlestick pattern, price action pattern that confirm that the reversal is coming, so it can push lower. So on Monday, if I see the stock starting the day or even don't manage to hold the 260, something like this area, it will fall down. And the possibilities to fall down the next area is probably the 190 even, or this area, 195, where it is, let me check, yeah, the 194, 195. This is the area, if the stock can't hold the 260. Exactly. The confirmation. Yeah, the target 194.25, something like this. The next target 191, 190. So it's a very good possibility because we still don't. It can move lower and create a better divergence to the upside, and then make a reversal, push lower, and then try to break. But if you watch my earlier prediction on BA, my prediction for the longer term was if BA break below the 208, 205 and reach even to the 150, which is troublesome to me. It's for the longer term. So in order to do so, we want the stock stay in a downtrend. Like if we go to the daily, we want stock stay below the 208 and try to break to this area, because you see this is a huge gap to fill, with lots of buyers and sellers and profit taking losers, and everybody see it. So you could see we tried to break this area, failed, but didn't manage to make a continuation. So I think this week will be the potential of what BA is going to do, if it managed to continue going higher or it will fail and drop to the downside. How it drops, it probably do this and drops to the downside. This is for the longer term. Let me check daily here. So even if we have a nice buyers from the 190, 187, they are just hold it. So even if they get a better price, they will still buy. This is the reason why I think SPA want to push the downside. It needs to bring the buyers in order to reach the 300 again. If you remember BA in 300, check the weekly on those area. So if you put like a mirror, this is head, big shoulders, and this is trying to make failed. So probably we will see something like this coming to the market and then going up. So this is what BA wants to do. You can see my strategy is a lot drawing, looking at the price action from way back and try to figure out what's going to be. See the big volume here. People are waiting for BA to cross the 300. There will be a lot of pain if BA manage to cross this, and probably will spike up, but at the moment it's very far away. And there is, even though in the weekly, this is a nice green engulfing candle, it's still very soon to assume that it could push the stock higher. This is the trend at the moment. You could see it here, how it goes. You know what? Let's make it more accurate. This is the trend. So it can even push back here, and it's okay because it's retesting the trend and then push higher. And this is the reason why I think BA wants to push. And in order to push without making the market or even the stockholders terrifying, will do so with a small moves. And then it will come there. And this will be a good, on the weekly chart, divergence to the upside, something like this. So if you want to be to the long side, wait, guys, wait, because you will enjoy it. Let's resume 60. Let's clear it. So this is with BA, guys. Let's finish the prediction with Mara instead of Riot for this case. Look at the weekly. Look how it looks. See the big volume coming up, and then spike up with probably a short being pushed out, and then a big sell-off. And see those three last candle. This is a weekly. So basically the red or sellers are winning. The buyers try to both from the 31, 32 area, push it higher, and then the sellers coming and say to the buyers, no, 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 and manage to close it on the low 32.80. So this is the weekly for the long term, which means that so far in the weekly time frame, stock will push down, but to where? This is buy sell zone accumulation phase. So probably just by looking at the price section, we could see something like this, and then trying to push higher. This is by just looking at the price section of the week. So let's move on to the daily and see what happens there. At the daily, we see a little bit in the last week accumulation again, high, low, and managed to hold the 31, 32 area, which is again this phase and this phase and that phase. Let's see what happened. Didn't manage to break the 40 area when it pushed higher. And again, see what happened here. Follow the green candle. So probably we're going to see a push to the downside. So probably hit the 31.50 or even 30 with a small sizing. So let's move to the 4-hour chart, see what happens there. You see it close below. Even if it try to make a move higher, it will want to touch the 31.50 here, and even it didn't build any divergence, so it push even lower to the 30 area, which is a round number, and stocks tracks to round numbers. And there is a small gap here to fill, very small but very old one, 3 months old. So I don't know again, but at the moment we are basically with all the stocks, we are in a downtrend and trying to build a position for 2022. So will the position be with this area, or will there is a potential to move to even to the 2270 area? So pay attention. It could do so. We look at here. We see the downtrend. This is probably the last phase, the third phase of the downtrend. This is the 1, this is the 2, and this will be the 3. So it can reach to the 30, even to the 2860, and then from then trying to build position. Will it touch the 2270? I hope not. It could, because there is a lot of buying, selling pressure there. You could see it here, here, and here, and here. So this is a good position to buy from 28. So if it broke below, not so good, because there is not enough of buying and selling. So it means it even drop lower to bring the buyers again. So this is it. To sum it up, we could see next week the market moves down, trying to make a reversal and then continue to moving down to bring more buyers with a discount and then try to push higher. Be careful, guys. It's the first week of the month. It's gonna be tricky. So that's it. Have a nice day. Have a good trading week, and see you guys later.